Hey guys, it's me, Miss Tasha again. I'm back, Tasha Lee Maldonado, and I'm back with this week's segment of Healthy Families. And today I want to talk about accepting our kids as they are. A lot of times we as parents, we have kids, and when we have them in utero and we're walking around, we're all happy and excited, and we have this vision in our heads of the entire life of our kids completely planned from birth to adulthood. And sometimes our kids don't exactly live up to those expectations. And it's not because what they wanted to do was wrong, it's just what they wanted to do was different. For example, if you live in a household that's 100% religious, and then you have a child when they get up to, let's say, age 12, 13, 14, they decide they're agnostic. A lot of people will get a lot of stress about that because they want their children to be exactly as they are. When reality, it's not really bad or different because they want to be agnostic, or they decide that they want to be Christian and you're agnostic, or they want to be a Buddhist or something like that. That's just them being them. Or let's say you want them to go to college and they decide, no, I don't want to go to college. I want to go to trade school. I want to be a mechanic. I don't want to be a lawyer. And a lot of parents may be disappointed in that. But that's that child's life. For example, I have a son, my oldest son, who wants to be a boxer. Well, he is a boxer. He's a really good boxer at that, actually. But I didn't want him to be a boxer because he's so handsome. I didn't want his face to get screwed up and him to get beat up and walk around like Muhammad Ali is now when his older age, because he's been boxing for so long. But I had to step back, think about it, and say, that's his life. If he chooses at age 15 to be a boxer and that's what he does the rest of his life, or until he can no longer do it, that's his choice. That's not my life. That's his life. I have to let him do that. Are you okay? Come on. You want to be in the video? Come on. Beauty wants to be in the video again. And Beauty here. Beauty is an attention diva. And that is her. That's her personality. I have to accept her about that. And she has to learn from experience. I cannot sit here and tell Beauty, oh no, don't do that. And I will tell her that, but I can tell her, oh, don't do that all day long. Oh, you're gonna get hurt. But no, she has to learn from experience. So if I tell her, don't jump off the top of the bunk bed because you're gonna get hurt, I can tell her all day long. She will eventually jump off the top of that bunk bed and she would have to get hurt for her to realize this is not something that she needs to do another time. Or if I tell her, Beauty, you need to use a pencil instead of a ink pen or a crayon to do her homework, and she's like, oh, but I need to do this, I want to do this. She has to be one of those people who learns from experience and turns her homework in crayon for her teacher to tell her, Beauty, this is unacceptable, you have to do it again. So she's just one of those people that has to learn from experience. It's not that it's wrong, it's just different. And the fact that she's an attention hog, as you can see every time she's in the house and I pull the camera out, she has to be on the camera, don't you? Don't you? Yeah, so, well, that is my segment for the day, is to accept our kids for who they are, not for who we want them to be, but who they actually are, and love them anyway. Because some parents, one thing, yeah, that's a big one. Let me talk about that one. Even some parents, when their children grow up and they say, oh, I'm gay. A lot of parents will say, oh, not in my house, I don't want to have anything to do with you, and disown their child, when that child is still a child of God. That child is still something that you produce out of love with their other parent. And to throw them away after you love them all their entire life, is that really love to begin with? If you love the child, just love them anyway. Because some people just need that extra support and extra love and care, and then they'll be fine. And they will live happy, normal, well-adjusted lives. Because, you know, it would be extremely devastating to a child, as a child or as an adult actually, to know that their parents do not accept them for who they are. So if you want to raise children to be whole, healthy adults, that's my advice to you. Accept your child as they are. And if their learning style is something that they have to learn from experience, or if they can actually learn from experiences of others, or if they can just learn from reading books or whatever, that's just their personality. If you have a child who is extreme introvert and the rest of the family is an extrovert, or they have no idea what a touchdown is and everybody else enjoys football, let them be them. Don't try to force them to be something that they're not. I don't have a problem with you pushing your child for better greatness, but if you know for a fact that your child is an artist, don't try to force them to be an athlete. Accept them for who they are. If they're an artist, let them be the best artist that they can be. If they're an athlete, don't try to make them be an artist. Let them be the best athlete they can be. If your child does not like school, I'm not going to say let them drop out of school. Of course, they need to be in school, encourage them to get good grades. But if that child, you know for a fact their entire life that they didn't like school and they decide to go to a trade school because it's only 14 months compared to 4 to 10 years of college, don't get upset about that. You knew ahead of time their entire life, the last, 14 years? Because they went 12 years in high school, and then from first grade to high school is 12 years, in kindergarten and pre-K is 2 more years. So the last 14 years of their life, you already knew they didn't like school. So why are you getting upset because they want to go to trade school because it's faster? And a lot of trade schools make a decent income. So I would, that's my advice. Accept your children for who they are and for what they are, and love them just the same, and they will grow to be healthy, happy adults who are productive members of the society. And with that being said, I guess we're saying goodbye, and we'll see you guys next week. Say goodbye, Beauty.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh, and if you look in the description box, Beauty would really appreciate it if you look to her fan page and gave her a like, because she says she is a model and she's a really good one. So we made her a fan page. Well, anyway, tell everybody goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.